Okay, so this is a little practice for you. It shows 3 different states. It shows solid, liquid, and gas, which is which. You should be like, duh. Okay, so gas. Let me get it. Gas over here, liquid in the middle, solid over here. Nice, tightly packed, can barely move. Super. Okay, in terms of elements and compounds, for a substance to be called an element, all the atoms must be the same. These examples are both elements because each contains only a single type of atom. So even though there's 2 stuck together, it's still an element because they're both oxygen. Okay, a compound is going to have at least 2 different types of atoms. Okay, 2 different types of atoms. So that O2 we just saw is not a compound because it's still an element. They're both oxygen. So this one has 3. It has carbons and hydrogens and oxygens all mixed together. For it to be a pure substance, the smallest individual pieces must be the same. These are both pure substances. So any element is going to be a pure substance because you're going to have all the same kind of atom. But even compounds and molecules can be because the smallest pieces are all the same. So as long as it's all CO2s, you're fine. If you start mixing in other compounds or other atoms that are separate, then you're going to not be a pure substance anymore. You're going to be a mixture, like this example. Okay? In a mixture, different substances are together. They're mixed together, but they're still separate. They're not chemically bonded to each other. Okay, so this one, we need to drag all the atoms and molecules into the boxes so that the contents of each box match the description. So this should be a pure substance and an element. This should be a mixture of an element and a compound. So I know that one type of element is going to need to go in here, and another element is going to need to go in here. Okay, now this is a pure substance and an element. This is an element, but it also needs a compound. Okay, and then I should be good to go. One last note about formula writing, which you don't super need to worry about right now. But at times we will not only want to describe what types of atoms or molecules are present, but also how many. You can do this by placing a coefficient in front. So here we have 3 argons, or 2 compounds of CO2, 4 nitrogens. Here we have 1 CO2, 1 carbon dioxide, and 2 argons, 1, 2. Okay, that should be about it. I'm going to click return to start, but that's the end of the video. If you need to rewatch it, please go ahead and do so. I'll see you guys tomorrow.